Over the past couple of months, a daring, ambitious project began. 3 distinguished members from one of the oldest clan communities on Halo, General JB-172, Vash of Reach, and Johnson-172, joined together to preserve the very memory of this rich, extraordinary in-game world. The timeline of the Halo clan community is now complete. Spanning over a decade of history like no other online entity, in late June of 2018, the timeline was started in the attempt to preserve HCC progress. Many changes were made to the timeline in order to establish the most correct information available and eradicate as much bias as possible towards certain community figures or clans. For the sake of transparency, we decide to show you an easier, more simplified version. Let's get started. The earliest evidence of clans in HCC goes all the way back to Halo 2 in 2005. A centralized community was completely non-existent in this era. With no extensive use of YouTube, mobile texting apps, or social media, the only real way of communication was either through clan forums of the time or in-game mic conversations. Very little information surrounding this era has survived to the present. Some of the first clans that heavily influence what can still be seen today began at this time. You would see one of the first examples of UNSC-styled groups like naval special warfare and military-based structured organizations like the Reclaimers online gaming community. These ancient entities influenced a lot of future generations to create their own unique factions. With the advent of Halo 3's Forge mode, the HCC would see a huge change in creativity and community progress into the right direction. Halo 3. With a large abundance of new and old players, hundreds found their way into HCC. It was a perfect environment for many starting out in the game. But a huge obstacle still remained. Centralization at this time was minimal. Very few even had capture cards, and though many clans existed, finding just one in matchmaking was a random occurrence. Nonetheless, many made do. Some noteworthy events in this era include the first established clan bases and capitals, the inception and formation of the Mafia Empire leading to the United Spartan Command, the time the classical raid system was introduced by the elites community, altering future forms of clan warfare to this day, and the establishment of the monarchy of Halo, one of the most largest clans in HCC antiquity. As fun as Halo 3 was, the community was about to reach a more towering time. The Golden Age. Claimed as the most successful and most active time ever in our history, many regarded this era as the pinnacle for the Halo clan community. Thousands joined and clan populations were at their highest points. It wasn't that much of a rarity to see clans with 100 members, some even more than that. With the release of Halo Reach, Forge World, and the mass entry of YouTube as a major platform for communication, recruiting, and entertainment, HCC was forever centralized. Monumental and significant events were created in this time, including the formation of the first clan superpowers, the first major alliances, and the establishment of massive clan wars. The huge intrusion of members was so connected and popular that everyone had something to do, making a truly awesome, one-of-a-kind community. Some prominent moments in this age include the founding of the United Nations clan, the formation of Vengeance 100, the founding of Fleet Command, the founding of the United Union Federation, one of the largest clans in this period, the founding of the first major competitive clan, Voltage, the construction of clan naval fleets, the formation of Naval Command, one of the oldest continuing UNSC clans in existence, and the many local clan wars that followed. But all of this was not to last. The great divergence between staying on Reach or moving to Halo 4, the death of the United Nations clan and the early lag issues with MCC, the age of ambition was a very dark time. Having some of the first community wars to ever occur in the HCC, major events in this time include the death of Fleet Command, the formation of the intelligence agency Darknet, DDoS attacks are used against members for the first time, the formation of the League of Nations under their last heir of the UN, the crusade against the Dark Guardian Angels, one of the largest clan wars in February 2014, the slow decay of the United Union Federation becoming the last of the Golden Age powers to die off. The first time rules of engagement is established for clan battles, ending the classical no-rules raid system, the formation of Exodus, the SDA versus Triad War, the largest clan war at the time pitting in the end, Exodus versus Navcom. With the release of Halo 5, Kick, and a new app, instant and organized communication became reality, and a new era came to fruition. The Age of Discord. In 2016, Discord became the standard for the HCC, centralizing like never before. Entire servers had a complete record for how many members join, keeping track of every comment, every event, and every war. Contacting a clan leader is now a simple text away, but this age isn't entirely about the app. Wars just as brutal and just as efficient played out. Important events that have occurred from this period include the United Clan Alliance versus Axis Powers conflict, the first major war on Halo 5, the Commonwealth's war against Vast and Naval Command, with the goal of wiping out most of the community's population, only to fail in June 2016, the reformation of the National Reichist Imperium, the rise and fall of the Colonial Federation, one of the largest clans to ever exist in HCC, the death of Exodus after years of operations, the Halcyon Wars resulting in Orda fighting NRI, the Sentinel UNSC genocide begins, resulting in the destruction of dozens of UNSC clans, mass suspected DDoS and lag switch attacks, and the longest war in living memory against Navcom, the GRA Triumvirate War, the last modern community conflict, and our most recent event, the Sentinel War against NRI. Wow, that's a lot. All of this was written down. Challenging, painstaking work, and it's finally done. The more sophisticated and detailed timeline is in the description with dates, events, and source material. Hopefully that can help you out even more in understanding this amazing story. We hope to give you an update in the far future and see what the HCC has up its sleeve. That's it for this video, and we know many of you were waiting on its completion. The HCC is always open for others to join in on the action. There is, after all, more room for the timeline if anyone ever wanted to make a mark in its history. Go finish the fight.